everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. This is my favorite kind of run. It's the run where we go for a double-digit streak. Use our Eden Seed with Mom's Wig and Telepathy for Dummies. SWHQ, WQH1. Weird. What a weird kind of layout we've got there. Telepathy for Dummies is not very good. But Mom's Wig is very good, like pretty good to very good. I also feel like our base damage stats are actually really strong based on the amount of damage that we've done to Super Sloth relatively quickly there. So I'm pretty excited about this run. Way too early to call it, but it's looking okay. And in a weird way, I oftentimes find myself wanting an excuse to use Telepathy for Dummies because I really like homing tiers, but it's so bad. I hate to say it, but it's so bad relative to like so many other items that we could possibly be running with instead. That's alright though. Maybe we'll get like a Technology 2 right off the bat in our item room here. Last run was a lot of fun. This is not a labyrinth, right? Curse of Dark. Right. Curse of Darkness. Of course. Last run was a lot of fun with that undefined play near the end. Relatively deal with the Angel Heavy Judas run, which you don't often get. So it was an interesting one and I had a good time with it, and I'm excited that we're going to be moving on a little bit here. We look like Arlene Dickinson from the Canadian version of Dragon's Den. And now you don't need to say Canadian version of Dragon's Den because the American version is called Shark Tank. It's not all about America. There's a UK version of Dragon's Den that was actually the original, yes, so-and-so. We're going to move along here. If you don't know who Arlene Dickinson is, just Google it. You'll understand pretty quickly what I mean by this. It's not meant as a derogatory thing. I wonder if we can get the use out of 2 bombs here. Well, we spent 1 bomb, and we spent 1 bomb again. We got 3 keys. Traded 1 bomb for 3 keys. That's a pretty good deal. Not my favorite boss to be fighting right off the bat, but an early orbital, you know, it's valuable. In some countries, it's considered a delicacy, even. A lot of consumables, but I don't really want to use a bomb to fight Famine when Famine should be, you know, relatively easy for us to destroy anyway. Especially with decent, like, I really feel like our damage, not necessarily our DPS, because I don't think our rate of fire is that good, but our actual DP, or actual D in the DPS is huge right now. Which helps out our spiders, which are going to do 2.5 times D. Which in some countries is considered a delicacy. I don't really care if I get hit towards the end of this floor, but we are hoping to... I mean, I was hoping for a Tinted Rock, but since we're not going to get a Tinted Rock, unless there's one on the item room, we're going to be content to buy a... well, that's pretty good, too. We're going to be content to buy a Spirit Heart from our shop. I would love to keep our money going financially as well. What does that even mean? Keep our money going financially. That's the Dayquil talking. I would love to keep our money above 5 cents is what I mean to say. And we can actually probably do that a little bit more easily now with Counterfeit Penny. Man, Black Candle for sale. I guess we're actually just not going to spend any money in here at all. Excuse me. Don't ever send me a Skype message. The Skype message just says, fuck all of you. And it's from Mathis. I tell you, that guy's got an attitude problem. He plays the nice guy in his videos, but oh boy. If you catch him at a bad time. You know what? I actually figure, why don't we do this? Instead of waiting for the next floor to buy a Spirit Heart, because there's none available here, let's sacrifice a little bit out of our donation machine, pick up Black Candle, and then we'll also have a Black Heart. We'll have immunity to curses for the rest of the game, and we'll have 5 cents, which was an unexpected side effect that we can use to spawn an arcade on the next floor. Maybe a bit of wishful thinking trying to find a second secret room. Oh, I didn't even notice there was a Tinted Rock back there. My mistake. That's okay, though. I apologize for whatever sound that was that just came out of my body, but also... And that one as well. But, I'm feeling pretty great about this right now. Should be using Telepathy for Dummies more often. With a 2-room item like this that isn't that good to begin with, in a way it's a benefit, because we definitely should not be suffering from too good to use syndrome. Because it kind of sucks. At the same time, you know, early in the game, we're pretty much fighting enemies that come at us straight on here. Ooh, that was a little dangerous there, and then immediately I put myself in exactly the same position again, and you know what? I deserve to take damage there for basically being like, that enemy's dead, I don't need to shoot him anymore. Very dumb decision. Let's just make sure we keep our half Black Heart alive here, and we should be able to, if necessary, buy a Spirit Heart from our shop. I really hope it doesn't come to that, but if we have to, we have to. Would love to take advantage of that curse room as well. We got a lot of uses for bombs. I think we've seen some tinted rocks as well. First things first, though, this item room could be interesting. Just more spider generators, man. Let's go full spider on this run. You know what? The soul is actually a huge help for spirit hearts. And also it'll deflect bullets. You know, it has that little thing going for it as well. It also allows us to go to the curse room right away because we have extra HP, basically. It doesn't really help us out in that regard, but we can do it as a result of our newfound kind of confidence. I almost took damage the same dumb way of being like, that enemy's dead, focus on this enemy. A little sloppy, a little sloppy. That's okay, the soul pickup is very, very good here. Unless we fight like, I don't know, Headless Horseman, we should really be set for actually getting this deal with the devil, even if I don't go buy anything from our shop, which I'm kind of tempted to do. I'll get this chest first, just because it's the easiest shit for backtracking. And it could do exactly what it did right there, which is just pay out with more bombs. And I like blue map just as much as the next guy, but I do think that champion belt for the extra damage upgrade is a little bit more cost effective right now. Hopefully we get an arcade at the end of this floor. Because if we get an arcade, blood bank, tons of red hearts, could probably get enough money to pick up blue map, which will pay for itself pretty easily. Pretty quickly, I should say. Battery charge, that's effectively worthless with the item we have. We'll save it just in case we get, like, Satanic Bible or something. No arcade. That's more disappointing than I thought it would be. I thought I would be okay with it. It's going to take me a little bit longer to get over the trauma than I thought. Alright, let's see who we're actually fighting here. Monstro. Double Monstro, though. In a way, I feel like the better our damage and the lower our rate of fire, the better telepathy for dummies is for us, because each one of the shots means more, right? So actually being able to land it makes a difference. That should finish you off, and maybe like 3 more here. Somewhere in the vicinity, at least. Alright, good deals with the devil for once. Sign me up. Not for once, but for the first time in 2 episodes. This is pretty good. We can take it all. So we will take it all. And I think we're going to stick with the nail. And the reason we're going to stick with the nail is because it's a huge help for us and can also allow us to do dumb stuff like this. But now we also have the ability to fly, which is just great. And I would say this is probably a 1 run now. It's a little premature, but I'm feeling quite confident. That was a big help for us there. I bet we can get blue map on this floor. I bet if we really, like, if we farm up some good stuff, we can get blue map here. Like, is there not a tinted rock, like, right here? We can now come in here. Okay, let's try this on for size. Then maybe we'll just... I mean, we could use the damage bonus here. Let's see what this is. Health... Oh, that's an enormous help. Dead bird. Or bird foot, I should say. I think we don't get the damage bonus here, and instead we use the nail on that room that has the most pots in it. In the hopes of, you know, using Counterfeit Penny to basically get as much money as is humanly possible. So this, like, too many things went right for us right now for this run to fail. This is why I love Eden. You could find it on either side, man. Like, we had that SMB Superfan D10 run that was just absolutely god-awful. But then you get a run like this, where right off the bat, it's looking extremely unlikely that we find ourselves dead. Which is nice. So there's 8 pots here. There's 1 cent. We're going to need a lot more than that to swing this. That didn't work out quite as well as I thought it would. We could always blow up our donation machine once or twice. We should look for our secret room, though. There were rocks down there. So our secret room is probably, if I had to guess, right down here. Get another key, and we'll blow these guys up. Oh! Ah, we did it! Okay, so now we can get blue map for sure, thereby allowing us to easily find the second secret room. We don't quite have the mind yet, but we're like 1 map away from it effectively. Well, the map and a compass, but for all intents and purposes, we can get away with just having the map. Yeah, this is excellent. And that helps out a great deal. I would be amazed if we lost this run. It's a little cocky to call, like, yet another 10 win streak, but it's pretty much a foregone conclusion right now. Let's focus on having fun, building up sweet synergies. We have 1 Guppy item. Easy to forget that because we didn't stick with us very long. Those extra spirit hearts are nice. Would be awesome if we got, like, Cricket's Head here. Or a Hanged Man card, which is effectively complete garbage for us. Unless we re-roll our whole run. And there you go. I didn't think that I'd be milked out of my bomb and feel bad about it, but that last stone chest, it burned me pretty good there. Can't believe we held on to our flies for so long. Wait, why do we still have flies? Oh, we probably got them from one of the red chests. Never mind. I'm an idiot. I was like, those are the flies from Guppy's head? We did like a whole boss trap room. No, I'm actually just an idiot sometimes. I'm gonna blame it a little bit on the Dayquil as well. I know there's probably, you know, some hardcore drug users out there watching this video saying, hey, this guy thinks Dayquil's mentally affecting. What a loser. And all I have to ask for you is to say, you know, it's alright. Your father and I aren't mad. We're just a little disappointed, but we just mostly want you to come home. This has got to be the way to our boss room. I'm actually very tempted, if we're fast enough, I'm very tempted to use our nail to crack open some mushrooms. Who's the hardcore drug user now? But I think I'll just use it for the damage bonus because it's a little bit more reliable and, you know, largely unlikely to actually end up hurting me in the process. And if we could get like lump of coal here, I'd be totally fine with that. That's not a greedy ask, you know. Lump of coal is not going to win us the run. It's just a nice deal with the devil item. It would allow us to pay our Krampus tax early, but still pay the Krampus tax. It's not like we're trying to dodge it. We're just trying to pay it at the time that's most convenient for us. I think that's a win-win situation. Crushing all the rocks in here, too. I don't think you can get a black market / crawl space on a boss room. But if you can, we're going to find out. We did get a deal with the devil. Our HP is still crazy good. All right, I mean, I think the game has clearly felt the same way as me, that was actually a fairly nice proposal. I appreciate that. Game and I, you know, we work together. Game's trying to sell itself. I'm trying to sell myself here, and there's a lump of coal. It's amazing that it actually worked out. Let the conspiracy theories abound. Northern Lion vets all of his seeds, so his seeds are gonna be good when he plays them, because he has unlimited time on a daily basis to play every Isaac run twice, and yet he still loses some of them because he's bad. Also, there's no wind on the moon, and yet the flag is flapping. I don't get it, NASA. How'd that one slip by? Alright, let's head down here. So far, so good. More bombs wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Okay, that's pretty good. Capricorn's not bad for us. Or for anybody, really. It's a crazy good item. Capricorn got me going so crazy right now. My tears are higher than my range right now. Looking so crazy, Capricorn got me looking... Actually, it does have me looking pretty crazy. It still looked like Arlene Dickinson, but like reimagined by Guillermo del Toro. Guillermo. That was a really half-assed attempt to implement Guillermo del Toro into Beyonce's smash hit 2003 jam Crazy in Love, which really launched her solo career after the dissolution of Destiny's Child, which was coincidentally the title of their last album. I guess we're gonna go. I mean, I would love to be able to crack a lot of these skulls and rocks and shit like that open, but I don't really want to use a key to go to our shop. We can't blow up our donation machine anyway. We kind of, you know, mined that reservoir of goodwill until it was completely dry. Let's head down to the next floor. We picked up HP, lump of coal, and Capricorn. That's a really, really solid floor. There's Cricket's head and Fate. That's pretty solid. Oh, but we used 3 of our keys to get it. Actually, we used 5 keys to get it. That's pretty... I'm not going to say cost prohibitive, but it's expensive. But it was definitely well worth it. Fate, I mean, really is only an HP up. We could take it or leave it at... Oh, I shouldn't have taken that yet. We could take or leave Fate right now, but definitely the Cricket's head pickup is insane. Very happy to have it. And we're at shop money right now, which is the new show on the History Channel. By the way, I talked about this on the NLSS. I didn't tell the full story, but Kate and I recently moved, and we got into a place that basically gave us free cable TV. It's kind of like the service providers. I think it's a pretty big building, and the service providers are like, we're gonna try to offer like a crazy good intro deal to compete. You know, the barrier to entry to get involved in this business is pretty high, and if you basically win the contract for the whole building, you know, that could be like thousands of customers. Anyway, that's why we got free TV. It's not just like, hey, you're Northern Lion, here's some free, you know, History Network or something like that. Anyway, I wouldn't mind it, even though a lot of what they show is not necessarily what I'm interested in anymore. I didn't realize I thought it was just a joke. I mean, I've seen diners, drive-ins, and dives before, but I didn't realize that the Food Network just fucking plays that shit non-stop. I had no idea. So when I knew the Food Network a little bit more intimately, you know, when I was a little younger, I watched more TV because the internet hadn't quite totally hit that kind of like, you can get whatever you want on it zeitgeist. You know, Twitch was not that big, YouTube was not that big, etc., etc. I watched the Food Network from time to time. You had, like, you know, Jamie Oliver, Giada De Laurentiis, Nigella Lawson, for example. Yeah, we'll take PhD. And hematemesis. No, thank you. There was, like, a variety of personalities. Now, it's just Guy Fieri, huh? Is it just literally that show? Does he do it for free? I don't really want to use the nail here, but I'll do it. Oh, we were already at the HP cap, weren't we? Yeah, that was stupid. That's alright, I'll take Ace of Spades. Is it just that the overhead for that show is so low that that's all they want to make because it's so cheap, and even if it doesn't get that much advertising revenue, it's a huge return on their investment? Or is it actually that people fucking love diners, drive-ins, and dives? Because every time I look at the TV, you know, not the literal magazine, the TV guide, but those guys are probably super pissed at the internet, right? TV guide. But when I look at the guide on the TV, diners, drive-ins, and dives is on all the fucking time. If somehow, you know, you're from a different part of the world and you're not familiar with what diners, drive-ins, and dives is, it's a reality show, very simple format. Every show, a TV celebrity chef called Guy Fieri, he's the, you know, slightly rotund man with the slicked back hair, the frosted tips, you know, the bleached tips on them. He goes to a bunch of, like, restaurants around the country, driving in his car, and basically he's like, well, these guys make a dynamite habanero burger. Let's watch them make it, and then I'll eat it and interview people at the restaurant. And everyone in the restaurant goes, it's so good. Oh, the habanero is so spicy. Like, that's every single show is exactly the same like that. If you like it, man, don't let a snob like me ruin your interpretation of it. I'm just saying, do we really need like 11 episodes of it a day? How do they do it? I don't understand. You want to look for magic mush on that big mushroomy room? I think it might be worth a shot. There's like 20 mushrooms. And we got PhD, so even if we take some damage, we're likely to get some good pills out of it. Liberty Cap I don't want, but that's okay. So we took 2 hits. We got an I Can See Forever pill. I don't want Liberty Cap. And 2 hematemesis pills, so that proves me wrong. But we want I Can See Forever. That's a good one. Might still be worth it. Spirit Heart, maybe? I don't need to buy a Spirit Heart. Instead, I'll buy a nail charge for 3 cents. Like, I am amazed that the Food Network it must be working out for them, because apparently, like, diners, drive-ins, and dives has hit a consumer zeitgeist for, like, years. You know, it's been at the forefront of public consciousness. It must be doing really well. I'm not saying, like, I want better food-based programming. I demand it. I'm mostly just amazed that it can sustain so many episodes on a daily basis. Like, there's something quite admirable about that, like, from a business perspective for Mr. Fieri, I gotta admit. I may not necessarily like the guy's programming, but goddamn it, he's got some fingers in some pies, you know what I mean? I mean, probably literally also, but I mean specifically at the Food Network, you know? He's got an undue amount of influence. He's the modern generation's Bobby Flay. How many Hanged Man cards can I pick up? Like, at this point, I'm getting a little perturbed by it. Give me Small Rock. Not that we need it. We've already gotten pretty, you know, overwhelmingly good items. Let's try the Tower card here just to see if we can... Oh, yeah, all cluster up in the center there, yeah. Get none of the skulls. I appreciate it. Wheel of Fortune is actually a card we can feel good about taking with us here. Doesn't look like Boss Rush is going to happen, much to the rejoicing of the people. Wasted a key there, but I picked up a Death card. I'll just use that Death card right away so we don't use... so we don't lose, I should say, our Wheel of Fortune card, which I can use to more dramatic effect maybe later. There's almost, especially with the Death's Touch pickup, you have to imagine that this run is pretty much set for life here. I can like, on a room like that, I barely have time to even use the nail before the room's already over. We should maybe start using it to crack skulls, unless we really, really want the damage bonus, because we're pretty much at full HP anyway. I almost just want to be taken out of this room at this point. But I won't. There we go. And we'll finish us off with a couple of fatties here, which is coincidentally what Guy Fieri says every time an episode of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives ends. You know, Michael L. Fox makes fun of Guy Fieri, but I think he actually genuinely really likes Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. There's nothing wrong with that, man. You shouldn't be ashamed if you're into that sort of thing. I should also say that for all the shit that Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives gets, they did a profile on a Vancouver restaurant called... Why would I buy that? That's just silly. On a Vancouver restaurant, it's a Chinese food place called Peaceful Restaurant, and legitimately is one of the best Chinese food restaurants I think I've ever eaten at. So, I don't know if anybody had ever called into question the integrity of the show, but either they got lucky or they really did seek out like a sweet-ass restaurant, because, you know, those Peaceful beef rolls are off the chain, man. And ever since the show, they've expanded to like 4 locations, so I think it's been working out well for them. So, you know, well done on them for promoting a small business that, you know, has then started to bustle a little bit. That's our first floor, I think, without a deal with the devil. We have not been to our item room. Oh, don't make that mistake. Maybe we'll get a Joker card on our way there. That'll help out. By the way, why not take a safety cap? There's no reason not to take safety cap. Except that I really like Ace of Spades. But we have PhD, so safety cap is probably a better pickup, but I really like the idea that, you know, Ace of Spades could give us runes. I'm playing not for keeps really here, I'm playing for fun. Oh yeah, I'm glad we came here. I'm playing for fun, and I think it's a more fun item. I'm not a normal LPer, I'm a cool LPer. You guys want to have a beer or something? We can do that. Don't tell your dad. I'm so healthy. I still got it stuck in my head. I mean, it's been like 10 minutes since I recorded the last video. It's actually been like an hour and a half. Jesus. I've been in that Dayquil days, man. Kendrick Lamar. Get a pool full of Dayquil and we dive in it. I think my Cube of Meat just blocked me from taking like physical damage against that spike, which is crazy. I'm happy about it though. Cube of Meat, you've been earning your keep. Really hoping that we get BFF. I always want BFF now, or Hive Mind. Either one of them would be... Hive Mind would actually probably be better. Big BFF affects our orbitals and Rotten Baby. Hive Mind would affect our flies and spiders. They're both pretty good. I mean, we could go do Boss Rush if we wanted to, but I think our item room is probably a little more valuable, especially because our... well, we'll crush these. Specifically in this case, our ticket to the Boss Rush was not stamped yet. You know, we could have taken over 30 seconds to beat Mom, and as a result... run into some trouble there. Blank card Wheel of Fortune. It's okay. Like, blank card Wheel of Fortune could actually be great, but I'm not really that invested in it. I understand the implication that you could use it to just, like, generate probably, like, 6 or 7 extra items on the chest. But it takes up our nail slot, which might actually be more valuable. Fuck it. Let's take it. Oh, no, I can't afford it. We'll probably get our money back. Even if we do... Ah, shit. Even if we do, I don't know if I'll go get it. You know, it's a bit out there as far as my own personal, you know, preference for how to play the game goes. We'll see, though. Well, 10 extra bombs. That helps. I walked right into that fire. Not a smart decision on my part. That being said, I don't think our HP is going to be too much of a pressing concern for us here. Yeah, we'll stick with what we got. I'm really hoping, like, we came down here with like 20-something cents, and there's a lot of floor left, so I'd be surprised if we didn't find an arcade. My dream is arcade with a Demon Judgment. Then we get to our boss trap room over there. Inside of our boss trap room, I'll check that out. Yeah, there's our arcade. Inside of our boss trap room, we get a Guppy item, and then we get a deal with the devil that gives us our last Guppy item, and then it's just like, it's all fucking over. Might as well just... Figured we'd pop the death card over here just so we can get it done. Alright. I don't have any pennies left. Oh, shit, man. What's this? 2 wheels of fortune. Wheels fate turns again! We gotta get, I mean, it's pretty easy for us to just guarantee ourselves, like, an extra penny. We could just go blow up well, we could blow up one of our freaking Wheel of Fortune cards here. Which I think I'll do, actually. Wow. Blank card Hagalaz is not really that exciting, actually. Yeah, I'll try it on this room. I got another card out of it. The Empress. Are you really gonna, like, prevent me from getting a single penny? Seems quite rich. Oh my god. This guy can drop it sometimes. I really don't want to blow up our donation machine. Friendly spider, at least. And I end up using all 10 bombs to try to get a single penny. I didn't think it could happen. Oh, there we go. Okay, all is forgiven. Well, okay. We got a huge... Watch this just be a penny. We got a huge window for this blood bank, which I'm excited about. Very much so. Let's take 48-hour energy. That way we can afford to sacrifice a spirit heart or two if we want to. This is perfect. In a weird way, I kind of want to play the blood bank first in order to get enough money to play the regular judgment, which will then give me the HP I need to play the demon judgment. You know? That might sound ridiculous. It might even be ridiculous. But we're going to try it anyway. It's a bomb. Not really what I was interested in. That's more along the lines of what I was interested in. Then we're going to try this bad boy on for size. I'm going to lose a black heart, and I'm okay with it. We got a speed and range upgrade there, and then I'm going to pop the nail once we get inside of our next room. We don't really need 48-hour energy for this, actually, now that I look at it. We'll just... do we want the Empress? No, it was Wheel of Fortune. I'm not that worried about the blank card, but I will take Wheel of Fortune with me for the extra item. It didn't work out at all. It's a crummy commercial. I guess we'll go back for 48-hour energy just so I can have the extra damage boost for the mom fight. Yeah. Yeah. Might as well. And we'll take Wheel of Fortune with us. It should still be like a... Oh, that was not very particularly smart of me. We should still pretty easily win this run. I'm assuming we get a deal with the devil on this floor because we didn't get one on the last floor. And with all of that in mind, it should pretty much be set. I guess we're going to do that again. Oh, well worth it. Could theoretically get blank card. I don't need it, though. That's my philosophy on it. You may disagree. Feel free to roll blank card Wheel of Fortune, see what kind of dope-ass synergies you get. Oh, thank you, Midas Touch. I forgot that we had that, actually. If we can get a little bit more money, that would be a lot of contact damage for us, actually. Enough to get the job done there easily. And... Guppy. Guppy. One of those I can see forever again. We already had the choice of that, so I'm not that interested. Hematemesis, 48-hour energy. Might as well take it once. Puberty. I can see forever. Let's try Hematemesis. If it gave us 1 heart, which it did, we broke even. If it gave us 2 or more, we gained some HP. So it seemed like a smart play to at least use Hematemesis once. Even if it didn't necessarily work out. So I'm thinking now we play the smart game. And, well, Northernlion, why didn't you play the smart game from the get-go? That's a good question. In fact, I'm going to use way too many bombs here. Joker card. Joker, I think, beats the Wheel of Fortune card. How quickly I forgot its name once it was no longer useful to me, huh? But this, if we don't get a deal with the devil on this floor, we'll use it, and then we'll go back for the the Wheel of Fortune card. If we do get a deal with the devil on this floor, we'll save this for the Cathedral then, which gives us an extra deal with the devil item, which definitely beats, on average, a random vanilla item. But we got no deal with the devil on this floor, so we will actually pop the Joker card right away, and we will become Guppy, and if... We can actually become Guppy without losing HP, which I think is how I'm going to do it. It's no offense meant to 9 lives, but we got a decent amount of HP right now that I'd rather stick with. And we'll go back for Wheel of Fortune because we can. And we'll pop this because we can. And Lemon Party health up. I don't think we need the health up. Doesn't really matter what we're going to take with us out of those pills because we're just going to replace it with Wheel of Fortune right now anyway. So that was just a crazy good deal with the devil, and there is basically 0 chance of death right now. I totally would have taken 9 lives Guppy's tail, by the way, but with the collar showing up for free, why not? 9 lives is a good item, but we already have a decent amount of HP. I don't think there's much reason to fuck with it, basically. I'm glad I used the Joker card there instead of waiting for the Cathedral. For some reason, a lot of people seem to be under the impression that the Cathedral deal with the devil, at least with the way that they tell me to prioritize deals with the devil, They're under the assumption that the Cathedral deal with the devil is necessarily better than the womb one. I don't think there's any mathematical basis for that. I think it's based on, like, superstition, sentimentality. There's a place for that, but mathematically, I think they have, like, exactly the same usefulness, effectively. Good. We killed one, at least. Now we'll just stay away. Still don't know the logic by which these guys pop up. That's on me, though. Like, maybe it's if you get close to them, they don't pop up, or maybe if it's you stay far away, they don't pop up as often. Lemon Party, 48-hour energy. Again, anytime we get 48-hour energy, we're going to use it just to make sure that we have the charge ready. And I'll probably use it on... I'll use it situationally, but I'll use it on the Mom's Heart, I should say, just to speed it up a little bit. Do we know this? Fool. Just to speed it up, because we'll get a little extra damage bonus out of it. We'll open that for sure. And now we actually have a good excuse to use it, because we're below the HP cap. Alright. I always call it Mom's Heart. It's technically It Lives, but it'll always be Mom's Heart to me. Generating way too many flies. Hive Mind, in hindsight, would have been a much better choice. However, we didn't have a choice whether or not to get Hindsight. If we did, I would have been totally down with it, baby. This is gonna hurt, and in hindsight, I don't actually know really why I came in here, considering we already had Guppy, but that's alright. Once our nail is charged up, we can replace that lost Spirit Heart. And let's be honest, like, our damage is going so well that it really, really doesn't matter. If we make slight misplays, that's just part of the fun of the game right now. Death's Touch by itself, not quite an instant win, but Death's Touch plus Guppy definitely seals the deal. On top of, you know, the Cricket's Head, Fate pickups we've had, Capricorn, etc., etc. I don't really have too much to complain about on this run. This is a run where, you know, if you plunked yourself in as the Lost right now, yeah, I mean, the getting here is obviously the hard part, but if you plunked yourself in here as the Lost right now, you'd probably have a pretty good shot of taking this. Maybe not so much when the pressure's on, but you get the idea. We're not at the HP cap, so I should be popping the nail whenever possible. And in fact, I'll try to give myself a little window to be able to use the nail by not taking that Eternal Heart. Otherwise, you might get to the HP cap too quickly, and then the nail is a little bit less useful, but it's mostly just me making not work for myself, but you get the idea, right? It's me, like, basically, I don't need the nail Spirit Hearts, but I'll create a demand for them just so, you know, we can justify having them around the office, because we both like the potato salad that they kind of make. Yo, there's worse reasons to get hired for something than great potato salad. Even if you don't work at a potato salad or Orium. No, Orium is a cookie, my mistake. Alright, let's do this. Nail's gonna be ready right after this. I probably won't take damage against Blue Baby. Maybe a hit. I wouldn't be surprised to take a hit, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be in that mythical zone of damage where basically I can ensure that he's not going to get a second crack at that. Yeah, perfect. Alright, so we will gamble as much as we can. 20 cents. Actually, we're not going to gamble. We're just going to blow it up right away, because if it explodes, then we don't get to choose what item we get. It'll give us the $1. Could have played that. We have a great run. But we also are guaranteed to be Guppy, so I figured we might as well. Oh, it's Cursed Eye. Oh, that's sweet as hell. There's no way I'm re-rolling this again, because this is just too cool. But we will get to maintain our Guppiness, so I figured why wouldn't we like re-roll it once just for shits and giggles? Yeah, this is hilarious. We got like we're still Guppy. We got Quad Shot, Quad Shot, Cursed Eye, and then like. I can't tell if it's Fire Mind or $3 bill. Let's go back here and reroll like the shit that we don't care about. Which is just that. Oh, good, Harlequin Baby. But, yeah, this is really cool. Like, we got Piercing Shots, Fire Mind, maybe, I think we picked up Scorpio in there somewhere. Cricket's Body. Oh, okay, well, that makes it easy enough. We gotta not get hit with a, like, a half charge, though. This is actually might be a little tricky, now that I think about it. Like, the shots come back. So, oh, you know what it is? It's Isaac's Heart. I saw that we had Isaac's Heart, but I just kind of went like, yeah, Isaac's Heart, whatever, we'll be fine. That's not necessarily true, though. It's going to be very difficult to ensure that Isaac's heart doesn't take damage. I think the best way for us to actually do it is to stand right in the line of fucking fire. Like, after we fire, just try to take as many shots on the chin as we fucking can so that Isaac's heart can't get sucked in by them. Nothing like a late Yara rune to make you feel like you shouldn't have opened any of the items in the chest. But we can double, you know, whatever we want, which is why I'm leaving some consumables on the ground. Like, I'd prefer to start doubling some chests, if possible. That's not a smart idea on my part. We did get a luck foot, but then I think we immediately re-rolled it with D100, so maybe it doesn't count as a luck foot. We can't double that. That's gonna hurt. There's no way I'm getting out of the way of that. Similarly, there's no way I'm getting out of the way of that, but I think we got Gimpy or Fanny Pack paying out quite nicely for us. We also have 3 1-ups. I have no idea how that's gonna work for us. Chariot is gonna be extremely helpful. We're generating so many flies as well. Like, 3 1-ups, I don't know what they are, but we got like almost all of them, I guess. And I admit that I haven't used my Yara rune for anything, but I kind of don't know what to use it for, to be honest with you. It's probably not a necessity to do this here, but I felt like it was better safe than sorry. I'm sort of regretting the decision. Hangman doesn't really help us. I don't know, we might actually lose this run. I'm struggling. I'm struggling to see how we get through a blue baby fight without teleporting like crazy. Yum heart, I mean, maybe we can do something with that. What's our other card here? Empress. I don't know if that really helps us. It's not really a lack of damage that's our problem. Creative use of the Yara rune might be more useful. Like, we could double that, but it doesn't really matter. I guess we'll give it a try. We could completely let our flies do the work, and I won't do any damage at all. But I don't know how that's going to actually work for us in practice. Maybe I have sweet bombs? I'm going to try this, like, weird-ass strat here and just throw down, like, butt bombs consistently. We're still somehow generating flies on occasion. Oh my god, I'm hitting myself like crazy here. Fucking Isaac's heart, man. Well, I hope our first life isn't Lazarus's rags. So I should be... It's Lazarus's rags! Fire once! Flies! Flies! Flies did it. Flies did it! Okay. Get out of there! It's a very confusing run. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.